Hey folks, so today is Thursday, February 11th, and this is the first day of Unit 2. So, the first thing I want you to do today is to just head over to the PUIG article and just kind of reread any comments and responses that your peers have made that you haven't seen already, okay? And that's going to be really helpful. So to hold on to that conversation and let it percolate, there's a reason for that, trust. Then I want you to just take some time to get acquainted with what we're going to be doing in class for most of the unit. So in the previous unit, many of the things that we have engaged with were directly mentioned in the academic articles that we read, and that's how we were vibing. This is a little bit different of an immersive experience because I've actually chosen a cultural artifact, a fictional podcast called Forest 404, as our point of, as something that we can use the articles that we're reading and really connect it to this particular thing, okay? And so I kind of list all the ways that it's different, but that's kind of the deal. So head over to the webpage, check out their introduction to Forest 404. The BBC also made this cute little, I think, 1-minute trailer for a video trailer for Forest 404 if you want to check that out as well. All right. And if you want to sort of skim the reasons why what we're doing in this unit is a little bit different, you can, but just sort of keep that in mind. All right. So there's that. We are going to be listening to along in this unit, we're going to be listening to some of the episodes in class and some outside of class. So the next thing I want you to do is just to kind of really decide how you're going to engage with the podcast. Some people might, for instance, want to download a podcast app on their phone. Google Play works across platforms. iPhone has one built in, or you can, download a free app, to listen to a podcast that way. You can also listen to Forest 404 on your computer. I would definitely recommend headphones because this podcast uses surround sound, okay? So then once you've decided how you want to do that, head over to Task 4, and we're actually going to listen to the first episode of Forest 404 in class. I do want to mention this about Forest 404. The podcast is broken up into 9 parts. It doesn't just mean there are 9 episodes, though. It's like each part is like a cluster of 3 different audio files. There's the episode itself, which is the fictional part, and then there is a nonfiction micro talk that is usually about ecology, and sometimes like the cyborg or AI afterwards. And then after that, a soundscape that is actually including some of the sounds that are related to the talk and the video, and the episode that we listened to. It will be tempting to skip the talk and the soundscape. I recommend that you don't do that because it fundamentally shifts the way that you are able to engage with the podcast when all of those things are included together. It's actually kind of brilliant. I included this is a script of Forest 404. I do want to mention, though, that it's only a script of the episodes themselves. The BBC didn't include transcripts for any of their podcasts, and so I actually emailed the producer of Forest 404 and asked if he would share the transcripts of at least the fictional part, and he was like, yeah, absolutely. He was really freaking delightful, and he was excited that we were doing this in class, that he just handed me off the script. So if you want to follow along that way, there's the script to do that. All right, now the next thing is optional, right? If you want to engage with your peers while listening to Forest 404, you can head over to the Unit 2A Forest 404 Slack channel and kind of like chat with each other as you're listening. That's entirely up to you. Some people probably won't, but some people will because you might want to just sort of talk about your experience in the moment, okay? So that's what we're doing in class. So let's talk about what we're doing for homework. For homework, you're going to listen to you're going to listen to the second and third parts of Forest 404. I don't want to say episodes because, as you can see, they're a little bit different, right? So, because each cluster is about 35 minutes in total. So you're going to you're going to listen to these sound clips. Again, there's a script if you want to follow along. But then as you're listening to, maybe as you get through listening to the third episode, I just want you to write a 3 to 4 sentence reflection on maybe some of the connections that you're noticing between Forest 404 and the Trans Alien Manifesto that you had previously read for homework. Okay? So you don't have to put on your fancy hat, just allow yourselves to sort of vibe, right? And be like, okay, yeah, I can see this connection between Forest 404 and what we just read in terms of Puig's piece, right? So just kind of check that out. And then just write your 3 to 4 sentence reflection, and then just make sure to post that to Slack. Okay, and you're posting it to that Forest 404 channel. Okay, so that is what we are doing in class today and what we are doing for homework. All right.